Fuck it. Content warning. Viewer discretion is advised. Please find our content warning description in the description. Welcome, serpents, sirens, and sunflies to Ursa Red. Ursa Red is a meteor floating around the star Alioth. Fun facts about Alioth: Alioth has 2.91 times more mass than our sun. It is 4.14 larger or times the radius of our sun and is 102 times brighter. Today I am joined in our first session by Dean Bolter.
Hi, I am Dean Balter, and I play Karg, the drunken high elf Twilight cleric. And today's fun fact about Karg is that he can juggle up to 5 items at a time. Yeah,
Ooh, fancy.
yeah, he's pretty good at it.
I'm joined by Carter Prophet.
Hi, Carter Prophet. I play Mr. Somebody, a amnesiac variant human monk. He's still kind of getting used to the fake day-night cycle on the under. Right now, it's still kind of messing up his circadian rhythm. Some would say. Yeah, I know, right? Uh, but yeah, he's not too fond of it because it feels very, very fake and doesn't quite hit right.
Yeah.
It's even better in like the 3 frames a second I'm getting right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just trying to add some color consistency to see if I can get my couch to stop disappearing. I'm joined by Chase Dixon.
Hey everybody, I'm Chase Dixon. I am the voice of Antonio Moretti. And fun fact about Antonio Moretti is kind of like a pseudonym because he actually really doesn't know what his name was because he was an orphan from the streets and never really learned, never really cared. But when he had joined the family, when the family found him, they gave him to a member of the family whose last name was Moretti. And they were like, go with Antonio. Antonio works. So he is, by all accounts, a product of the Genovese family. That is who he is.
And now you're kicked out.
Hey man, fuck you.
Yeah, you're no longer part of the family. Hey, but if
Oh my god.
There's some real character development moments coming up.
if Antonio could pick any other name, would he choose a different name?
Tony Soprano.
Heck yeah.
So just a different last name.
No. Not. It wouldn't be short for anything. Tony. It wouldn't be Anthony or Antonio. It would just be Tony.
I'm joined by Tim Lincoln.
Hi, my name's Tim Lincoln, and I play Optimus Crime, the Warforged tech guru artificer of the group. And Optimus Crime's fun fact for this week, we're going over his 5 senses. Last time we did his vision and how he sees. Today we're going to talk about how he hears. So as a robot, he doesn't have ears, obviously. And hearing is one of the most complicated senses of the human body. So to make up for that, he actually has 2 different ways that he interprets sound. The first is through a piezoelectric sensor, which uses a small crystal to detect vibrations. Those vibrations get turned into electric signals, which his CPU processes to understand speech and what people are saying. The second way he uses sound is a little different. He actually has ultrasonic sensors scattered around his body, and these use sound the same way that your cars use uh, sensors to aid drivers with parking, and so they avoid collisions. So he kind of has like a daredevil bat sense, so he doesn't run into tables and the chairs that don't exist.
Have you all ever seen the Daniel Radcliffe sketch of the guy that he keeps with him at all times to humble him? And the line where he goes, "I feel so inadequate." That's how I feel right now after giving my fun fact before Tim, because he just throws it up and knocks it out of the fucking park, and I'm just sitting here like, yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, it's piezo microphone.
Appreciate it. Yeah, no, I just Googled it.
So, what are we doing? We're just so the club, I believe, should be if it's was it? It was nighttime when you guys were there. So, are you guys just hanging out until morning, or what are we doing?
Yeah, I think Karg first is gonna walk over and be like, "Dirk, I got I got a few more credits. Can I buy a couple more things off you real quick?"
Sure. What would you like to buy? I don't remember how his voice sounds.
He is going to try to purchase a couple of healing potions.
Couple of healing potions. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how much that's gonna run you. Common healing potion. Potion of healing. Ah, it have no price. We get to make price.
No, it's free.
No,
That's
we
what I'm
get to
hearing.
make price. I accidentally stumbled onto a page talking about if you force feed someone a healing potion, does that count as your action for drinking the potion or as their action for forcing?
Hmm. That should be your action for giving it to them, right? Yeah, it makes more
I
sense.
think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 40 credits.
All right. Well, 40 credits sounds pretty fair. Hey, you Mr. Somebody, got any money?
Uh, not a lot. Um, how much do you have?
I got 19 credits.
We're not we're not getting that healing potion, buddy.
How about this? I give you 19 now, and then next time I come back, we'll give you the other 21 plus 10 credits.
Hmm. Okay, but you have 3 days.
Okay, that's fine. I'll be here. You know me. I come all the time.
Gotta write down your IOU.
Oh God, not the IOUs again.
Anything else we're doing until nighttime?
Is there a way to see like how many like entrances there are to this place? Like if there's like a one out back or something, or
There's none out back because out back is the shipping yard.
mm,
There is a main entrance on the front, and then there's like a side entrance that goes to like the there's like a kind of kitchen bar storage area off to the side. It doesn't like it's mainly just used to hold stuff. It's not even really a kitchen anymore. It just yeah, there's like boxes stacked on top of the stove and things like that. But that entrance also goes straight out the front. It's just off to the side of the building. Like you're just not really gonna see anything out of the ordinary until about 2 hours before glow, when everyone starts leaving to go home, and then the place pretty much clears out. There's now people cleaning, and then there's a table where the people who work in trafficking are all kind of just sitting there, having like drinking slowly and just talking and laughing amongst themselves.
I think if it's starting to clear out, it kind of makes us seem a little bit more noticeable. And Karg's gonna like look over at Mister Somebody and be like, hey, should we should we go outside and wait? Just there's a little empty here."
Yeah, I guess we should.
They start trying to make their way over to maybe the other building and try to get to like the roof and get a little vantage point or something.
Okay, you guys are going to get to that roof and just kind of hang out outside. You still see some people like stragglers. There's really drunk people outside. Um, there's people in like the smoking box that are just talking to each other, kind of hanging out now that the club is closing. Around an hour later, you guys are going to see a tram pull up, like the public transportation that's down here that is frankly underused unless you're like traveling from district to district. And it's going to stop outside the club. From your guys' vantage point, you can see uh, guys unloading boxes that kind of resemble coffins, but metal coffins.
Oh, well, hopefully we don't end up in there. And he just takes a little sip of his flask that he's got on him.
I think that's the failed transplants.
You guys haven't really done much for the last 8 hours, so if you guys need to complete a short rest, long rest, you can do that now if you like.
All right, I think Karg's all rested
Yeah,
up and ready to go.
Okay, so you guys see the coffins. What are we doing? What's the plan?
we like moving them inside, or what?
Yeah, they're starting to move them inside. They're off the tram, and the tram takes off, and they start moving them inside. And there's also people kind of pushing the random other dudes that were just hanging out. They start like kind of moving, like pushing them away from the club, being like, "Hey, go home."
Is it the like the trafficking guys that were inside moving the coffins, or is it someone else that was on the tram?
It's someone else. They're wearing suits, and a few times you glance, or like you get a glimpse of like the undershirt or the collared shirt underneath, and they are wearing the like black on black suits, kind of similar to the guys that just showed up.
Is there like a bunch of people unloading him, or is it just like a couple people and they like take one coffin at a time and then come back out and grab another one?
There's 4 people, and they're carrying like 2 dudes are staying outside, and then 2 dudes carry one in, and then they're swapping.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh shit! Does anyone remember how many people I said had failed surgeries?
Uh, uh, 11.
Yeah,
11.
11. Yeah.
That's 20 there were total. 5.
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
We'll go with 5. If not, I'll just retcon this. So don't expect me to list how many coffins there are again. uh, yeah, they move all of the coffins inside, and then as they are carrying the last one in, all 4 dudes basically pick it up and start walking it in.
Maybe we should go down there and get a better look.
Alright. Where are we going? Are we going inside?
Uh, yes, through the side entrance.
The side entrance is currently locked. Do you guys have a way to get in that?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Is it like a normal door handle? What is it like?
I'm gonna say it is like a terminal. So you can either use thieves' tools to like hack the terminal port, or you can just roll really high on a nature check and hack your way in essentially.
So is the door just like a sliding door that has like no handles or nothing?
I mean, it has a handle, but there's a terminal next to it that controls the lock.
Do we know? So this side door, does it open up to like the main room, or is
No,
it
the back room.
okay? So it's not like okay.
We're not gonna walk into the middle of them.
All right. So I can open it, but it's gonna be a little loud. Is that okay?
Let's just try quiet first. Let's
Okay.
I'm gonna go over and try to start fucking with the terminal.
Okay.
Um, I get absolutely nowhere with it.
Okay. Where you were trying to hack it,
Yeah.
and this was your nature check.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, buddy. I got it. All right. And Karg's gonna cast thaumaturgy on the door,
Okay.
which I can instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open.
Unlocked door.
Oh shit.
All right. I'm gonna try to brute force it with my robot arm.
Okay. Strength check.
19.
Ooh, I am gonna let that open the door.
All right. Karg is standing off to the side as he does this. She's not like right behind.
Yeah. I'm gonna just grab a hold of the handle and just like pop it till the lock breaks loose. And then like take a peek in.
It's a dark storage room.
Okay. Good.
Everything okay in there?
Just to confirm, we're going in.
Yes.
Okay. You guys go in. You're gonna see a bunch of boxes stored all over the place, and there's going to be pots and pans. You're also going to see a bunch of empty bottles as well as boxes with full bottles of alcohol.
Ooh.
Karg, I'm willing to let you take 4 of them.
What kind of alcohol?
The kind with ethanol in it.
Karg very happily takes 4 bottles of ethanol type alcohol.
Like, honestly, if I just say like, "Hey, you're good to take alcohol," you can be like, you can either be like, "Cool, I take 3 bottles of gin," or whatever, and just kind of like make that up on your own. I'm perfectly okay with that. I don't think the type of alcohol, as long as it's not absinthe, uh, the type of alcohol doesn't really change the story too much.
All right. Well, he takes 2 bottles of tequila, 2 bottles of gin.
You guys are, as you're kind of moving through, Mr. Somebody, you're gonna hear Karg carefully, like quietly, like put the bottles into his bag, just like little ting ting.
Karg.
It's not super loud. I'm not gonna be like, "Ah, stealth check." Uh, you guys are gonna see 2 doors. Both of these doors open behind. Well, Both of these doorways, because they're not doors, open like kind of open up to behind the bar. So you guys would be able to kind of get low and move through and get behind the bar, try and get an ear or whatever you guys want to do. You can also keep going further down, and there's a cleaning closet, and on the from the main room on the other side of the cleaning closet is where the bathrooms are. Next to the cleaning closet, there's also like a staff bathroom. Not all of that is useful information. I'm just trying to build a realistic world with bathrooms.
Uh, you wanna get a little bit closer to this door? Let's hear what they say.
Yeah, I want to kind of slowly push it open and move through slowly as to not make a lot of noise.
Wait, for the one to behind the bar?
Yes.
Yeah, that I tried to retcon that. There's not
Oh,
actually
okay.
doors. It's like a doorway.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, cool. So,
So you guys are now behind the bar,
Like crouched,
yeah,
crouched.
very
Yeah.
stealthy. We're not just gonna like, hey, we're here.
yeah. Just pouring ourselves a drink, shooting the shit.
Well,
Hey!
Karg is probably pouring himself a drink while he's there.
And what you guys hear is kind of like a little auction happening. And if you kind of like peek over the counter, you see that they have one of the coffins standing up, and inside there's a person. They're all like above them, mounted inside of the coffin, is a tank that has a hose coming down, and the hose is directly like shoved into their mouth,
Mm.
and like their eyes are open. But they're not moving or anything, and they're restrained to the box. There's a guy in a suit next to him who's kind of like leading it, not quite auctioneer style, but just like a slow like, all right, we're gonna, I don't know, 200 credits, and the guys at the table are like, uh, I'll pay 200. You know what? I'll pay 250. And then someone else is like, 275. And so they're bidding on this person in the box.
And do they look like Mr. Somebody?
No. They like it doesn't bear to have any like relationship, familial relationship. Um what they do appear to be some kind of elf. Not quite. I wouldn't say definitely not drow. Don't believe they're high elf, but they seem to be some other kind of elf that's not super common here. Um,
Is it anything that like Karg would have seen before?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Do I recognize this, I guess, species of elf at all?
You know what? I'm gonna let both of you roll a history check and see if we can figure this out.
Is calling different types of elf species, is that like a racist thing, or?
Well, high elves are notoriously racist, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a part of the game.
Okay.
17.
17,
Nat 1.
natural 1. You think that's Karg in the box?
Carp, what the fuck?
You would guess that this is an astral elf,
The
which
high elf racist instincts kicking in, I can pick up exactly
Yeah.
what race this elf is, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. That's 100% what's happening. Um, so what kind of gives it away is that the uh, like in the eyes of a creature that's the eyes are kind of weird. And you remember meeting one when you were uh very young, but it's been a long time, and you know that most of these are reside in the cloud. So the exact opposite side of the class system as people who live in the under.
Yeah, I think he's gonna relay this to Mister Somebody and be like, this is a guy over here. He's not one of us. He's from up there.
Are you sure he looks a lot like you?
And nope. Trust me, I know my races. I do.
All right, man, whatever you say. But what the fuck is going on?
I will say, I will ask both of you to, or one of you to roll for both of you an insight check. So whoever has the higher insight would probably be the better bet.
I have a +5.
Yeah,
All
have at it,
right.
champ.
All right. S- I got a nat 20.
You have a natural 20.
+5, so 25.
Okay. You know that out of the 9 people, so the 5 traffickers and the 4 dudes in suits, the pretty much all of the traffickers are very drunk. They've all been here all night drinking. And one of the guys in suits, we will call him number 4, seems to have a hurt knee from carrying in the boxes.
Hey, Mr. Somebody. Not only do I know my races, I also know when people have been drinking. And these guys are a little tipsy. And that guy right there, he points to the guy with the messed up knee. He's like, we can definitely take that guy if we need to, okay? Go for him first. Take the weak.
All right, let's wait till either he takes off or they break from here, and we'll snag him on the way out.
Yeah, get some information from him.
So you guys are going to wait until the transactions are done.
Yeah, I think we'll just
Yeah.
sit there, kind of see if see who the people who bid on him. Karg's gonna try to take note of like who wins the bid on these people.
Do our little wrist computers have like cameras or anything built into them?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna try to carefully poke it up. Actually, I'm just gonna take it off and very carefully peek it over the top of the bar and try to get some pictures of the people there and what's happening.
Okay. You do not have the ability to send the photos, just so you know.
Okay, that's fine.
That would be OP, and I would be.
I had to think about that for a second, huh? Oh, Mr. Phelps would be so proud.
You guys are going to end up hanging out there for about an hour while they sell off all the people. And once they're done, the guys in suits are gonna say something along the lines of, "Okay, we're gonna put them in the back room. Have your dudes come and get them later." And they're two of them are gonna pick up one of the caskets, and two of them are gonna pick up another one, and they're gonna start heading to go behind the bar.
Okay, so there's how many are coming up at a time? They're all coming at the same time?
Yeah, all four are coming generally to the back room.
Okay. Karg's gonna try to hide behind one of the boxes that are back there.
Okay, make a stealth check, Mr. Somebody.
Uh, is the suit I'm wearing all black as well?
Yours is black but has a white uh, collared shirt.
Fuck. Okay. I'm going to try to get outside.
Okay, through the door that you broke.
Yes. And as I go through it, I'm gonna try to like shut it the best I can.
Oh, just shut the fucking door behind you. Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool.
I mean, the lock's broken, so like you'll be able to get out, but
So Karg rolled an 18, but he also has disadvantage and rolled an 8 because he's wearing heavy armor.
You're they're going to walk in and they're gonna see you and be like, "Oh, there's a drunk back here." And the first two are gonna set down the box and they're gonna move the box out in front of you, revealing you, and they're gonna reach to grab you by each arm.
uh, Karg's gonna Karg's gonna take one of the bottles of alcohol that he had before and try to smash it into one of their heads and try to run away. This is my bottles. Get the fuck away. Mm.
And that will be a roll to hit at the start of the next episode. And now we are with Antonio and Crime. Antonio and Crime, you guys are going to see the accountant, right?
Yeah, we got to figure out what these numbers mean. I think we got a good idea of what the numbers mean, but why not go visit the guy who's got the information directly from the source? Let's get the info from the horse's mouth.
Yes. And then kill the horse.
And then kill the horse.
Hopefully he's not an accountant like the movie Accountant. Otherwise, we're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be in for
no,
a
then we're
fight, yeah.
screwed.
Absolutely not.
Ben Affleck would beat our ass.
Antonio, tell me more about this accountant that we're gonna go see. What's he like?
Yeah, he's been with the family forever since before I was around. Named Jeffrey Conroy. That's it, Conroy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's what do you call those people? The short ones, the pocket sized individuals.
The dwarfs.
Uh, that's it. That's it. Dwarves. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Really glad I didn't say the other thing I was thinking. Uh, real dorky type. Like, he always plays this game. Dragons and dungarees, something like that. He's real dork, but he's really good with numbers. One thing though, let's not go in very abrasive. He's a real quiet kind of guy. I'm afraid we might scare him if we come in abrasively. Um, and he's got a book. So if we can't get anything out of him verbally, then maybe his book's got some information for him. He's got it always. That's what he does his numbers in. We should be good. So that's what we're going into.
Well, I was raised by dwarves, so I feel that I have a good connection with those kind of people.
Then you take lead on this one, big fella.
Good relations with the dwarves I have.
Okay. Where is Jeffrey at?
I think he stops at the Expanse showroom from time to time. He likes to sit down and have a beverage or something. I don't know. I don't know what he does there, but I know he's there.
Do you think it's a good idea to go back there so soon?
Probably not, but if we can get him on the way out, that might be our strike zone.
Is that where you guys are heading then?
Let's stake out the Expanse showroom and see if we can catch him on his way in or out.
Works for me.
Alright. So you guys are going to get to the Expanse showroom.
Yeah, but what's changed since the fight?
The fight.
The fight took place in the hotel, not the Expanse showroom.
Oh, is that a different place?
Yeah, I made the same mistake when we were in the hotel. I was looking at the Expanse showroom on the map.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of looks out into a cave. It's got like this grid ceiling, very fancy, bougie kind of place.
Okay.
As far as the outside goes, the outside is carved into rock. This is one of those places where that definitely wasn't there when this entire city was actively a mine. This was developed afterwards. They started just digging into this rock as a quick way to build a building. Afterwards, they discovered that once they punched through a certain point, there's this giant cavern that was naturally glowing due to like worms and insects and things like that live in there. So they put up a type of glass to block it off, but the Expanse showroom overlooks that bioluminescent cavern. It's pretty cool place to go, but like when you look at it from the outside, it looks a little bit more say like Greek Roman type, where it's just carved out of a rock, and it's just they once they realized that they had something special, they put a little bit more effort into making the outside look a little bit more ornate. As far as the buildings around it, there's not a lot of buildings like it. Most of them tend to be like buildings from the other parts of the town where it's just metal construction dropped into place kind of thing. Where where would you guys want to stake out? Would you just be hanging out right outside, or would you try and be a little bit offset?
Yeah. For clarification, is the Expanse showroom like a hotel?
It's a restaurant.
Prime, what are you thinking? I'm thinking maybe we get two different angles on the front door. He's got no reason to take some sort of back or side entrance, so one way in, one way out kind of deal. Maybe I approach because he knows me, and then you do the talking since you're better at dealing with these types of people. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. We could wait outside and see if he heads in. If we don't see him coming in the next 30, 45 minutes, then we can just go inside and grab a table. Wait till we see him.
Regular working Jamook. I don't think he's got much of a nightlife.
Well, would he be in there right now? Antonio, since it's mid-dim right now, what time does the accountant usually head to the Expanse showroom? Does he work late nights? Or is he a 9 to 5 kind of guy?
Well, I know he does painting on the side. He kind of locks in, and the clock doesn't matter anymore.
I would say if he does paint, he probably doesn't do it at the Expanse showroom.
It's his
At midnight.
inspiration, the glowing, the vibe. It's his muse. That's where he gets his inspiration.
Since it's mid-dim and we're not sure if he's there right now, we can head inside, take a look. If he's not there, then we can we can head back to his place of residence or begin our search for this guy.
You guys are going to get to the Expanse showroom, and the doors are going to be locked because it's a restaurant and it's
Yes, midnight.
Yep.
Okay.
I want to pick the lock.
You want to pick the lock? Okay.
Antonio, why are you trying to pick the lock? If the lock is locked, he's probably not in there.
That's a good point. Sorry, buddy. Force a habit. And I'm gonna put my thieves' tools back in my pantaloons. Back in my knickerbockers.
You put your kit back in your pantaloons.
Yeah, the knickerbockers.
So what's the game plan now?
We're gonna go to his place of residence.
To his place of residence. Where does he live?
Oh, no, you told me.
You're his friend or acquaintance.
Well, the reason he comes to this place all the time is because it's right across the street from his house.
Ah, yes.
Not because it was the headquarters of the...
He's an associate. He's not a member of the family. He's just an associate.
My bad. I forgot. Because this wasn't you guys. This was Mr. Mr. Phelps.
Oh, don't tell us. Don't tell us.
No, this was his episode 1. This is where he starts.
Oh yeah, true.
So we turn around and be like, wow, there's his house right there.
Very fortuitous.
Fair enough. So behind you, you guys see it's a metal building. It's got 3 floors. Kind of looks like a traditional apartment building. There's 5 windows across the front, except on the bottom floor there's 4 with a door in the middle. And yeah, there's 3 steps up to the entrance. As you open the front door, you see that there's a hallway. Once you get to the end of the hallway, there's doors to the left and right that go to apartments of some sort. And then behind you are stairs that go up, and they zigzag all the way to the top.
Is there one of those registries on the front where it has like people's names and by what apartment? Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Corroy lives in apartment 3B.
Ah, look. The accountant guy lives in apartment 3B.
Why's it always got to be the 3rd floor? Fuck, I hate stairs.
It's because you mafia types like holding people out of windows.
That wasn't how I would have done that, all right? Probably saved us some mess, but I would have done it a lot different.
You guys are walking up the stairs while having a conversation, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, continue with your conversation. 3 floors is a long way.
Yeah, it's probably not much to you because you ain't got exactly muscle fibers going through those legs. But this isn't exactly a pleasant endeavor.
It's only stairs, Antonio.
No, it's not just stairs. It's an affront to my personal freedoms. I should be able to go where I want to go without the encumbrance of verticality. Based on my vocabulary, are we sure my characters only got a 13 in intelligence?
I think you should lower your vocabulary.
It's so
because
hard.
I'm not adjusting your character sheet.
I tried.
No, you have to use big words, but use them wrong.
Yeah, I've tried. That's a real hard one. What?
Yeah.
Total debacle.
Yeah, without insulting your mesothelioma.
Can we retcon that so that he didn't actually die from mesothelioma? It's just that Antonio has absolutely no understanding of how disease diagnoses work.
Sure.
He got shot or something.
Yeah, I think the best way to do that is at some point someone gets shot and you just say, "Yeah, this dude died of mesothelioma."
Yeah, that's fucking perfect. Okay.
You guys get to the 3rd floor, and on the left side is A, and on the right side is B, because that's how this stuff works. And once you look at the apartment 3B, the door looks closed, looks untampered with. Next to the door, there's a little button to potentially ring it, and then directly above it is a like access point, and then there's also a spot for a mechanical key if you guys are interested in that.
I'm gonna go ahead and ring the doorbell.
Okay. Um, you hear like a scurrying from the inside.
Definitely sounds like somebody's home.
He should be here. He's a bit of a shut-in.
The door slides open slightly. This is like one of those sliding doors that goes into the wall, very futuristic-y. And the door goes roughly 3 inches, and you see a series of chains that are holding the door from sliding open. But there's a lot of them because this door is motorized, which means there has to be enough for the uh to for the motor to not overcome the chains. And he like looks up. He's like, "Oh, okay, that was something else." And then he closes the door, and you just hear, whoosh, 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 whoosh. And then you hear like sounds like a chair being dragged over, and then a few groans, and then then you hear what sounds like a heavy object falling to the ground as the dwarf hops down, pushes the chair out of the way, door opens all the way. You see a short dwarf, 4'3". He's got these like nerd glasses on, is covered in paint, and has like a little apron on right now. And then behind the apron is wearing uh suit pants and a white shirt that's rolled up to the arms, and is like, uh, "Can I help you?"
Hi, friends.
Friends?
Jeff, it's me, Antonio.
Jeffrey.
Let's not get carried away. I hate to bug you at this hour, but I got something I need you to take a look at. Can you help me out here?
Yeah, I can help. Come on in. You guys walk into a living room. Directly in front of you is the living room. The couch is on the right side. TV, or not TV. Like a art podium is on the left. Right on the other side of that is the kitchen. There's a little hallway that extends down uh, from in between the kitchen and the living room. On the right side, there is a bathroom. And then at the end, there's kind of like this weird triangle with two doors, one of which you can assume is the bedroom, probably the one on the right. There's a little hallway closet right there. And he's going to lead you guys through the living room down the hall to the door on the left where he opens it up. And on the opposite wall is a desk.
I'm gonna take out the copy of the numbers that I wrote down, and I'm gonna lay it down on the desk, and I'll be like, "Hey, so it's a really long story how we found this. All right, I don't have time to get into it, but if there's anybody I know that would have any idea what any of this means, it'd be you. Have you ever seen anything like this before?"
Uh, yeah, I have their coordinates. And he's going to bust out a map of the under, and you see that the first number refers to which region it is, and then the next number refers to which block, um, and then the third number refers to the building, and then on the second half of the number, it's region, block, number, with one of them being up and one of them being across. Like straight up coordinates. And he's going to start jotting down places on the map and circling them. And which list of numbers is this again?
This is the one that we found in the hotel room.
Okay. You are going to see that I believe you guys put like a little star or just noticed that a number was missing from the list that those guys gave you. That one lines up with the street bar.
So where we found our semi-mechanical friend.
Yeah, exactly.
This coordinate matches up directly with the building across the street from the street bar. That has to be where we met Mr. Somebody. And this is the number that they didn't mention when we followed the gentleman to the diner. So that all adds up. It must mean that the other 12, yeah. The other 12 are locations where they're doing surgeries on other people who've been kidnapped.
And if they're holding people there, then there's other guys working for the same people there that might have more information about who this fucking doctor is, and when we need to go to stick a broomstick up his ass.
Um, Antonio, you're gonna feel like a tug on your shirt as Jeffrey is going to be like, Antonio, does this have to do with that? With with the people that come down?
You didn't hear from me. You don't know where you got this information, but I suppose since you're willing to help us at this time, which I need to impress upon you that I greatly appreciate. Yeah, yeah, I think this has a lot to do with these weirdos that keep coming down with the trains.
Okay. Little here here's what I know on this because frankly it makes my job harder. Every year during the Prospect Festival, 50,000 credits move into the family's account from an uh, I don't know where they come from, but what I do know is then this 50,000 gets moved to different places and starts getting used for random things like paying off the trams because I guess now the public transportation becomes private for a few days or a few weeks, and the getting hotel rooms at Hotel Estranged, and then we also start distributing money to the other families and things like that. It 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 doesn't make sense, and it makes my job harder. And I I know that you're not a part of the family anymore. And that's why I'm telling you this, because I hope that you won't tell the family that I told you this because, well, I live on the third floor.
And it's a long way down.
Yeah, you just you might want to think about moving, buddy. Yeah. I think Marcellus would be just as quick to put a cap in my ass than me to shake my hand at this point in time. Uh, Another reason I'm more than grateful for you helping me. But yeah, right about now, we're gonna see what the fuck's going on with these weirdos from up top.
Is there anything else that you guys need?
Could you give us a list of everywhere that the money gets sent to?
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, if you guys want to give me a moment, I will work on that. Also, I don't know if anyone with a humble abode is interested, but there are paintings just kind of like in the living room, leaned up against the wall. Might be able to purchase one of those off if you want to decorate your house. I know theater of the mind isn't really the best for decorating houses, but whatever. So. Jeffrey starts or sits down at his desk. In addition to the map, which you guys have a picture of. Oh, just so you guys are aware, apparently you're wrist computer can take photos. You just can't send them to people. In addition to like the map like that he has, he's also starts writing out the list and working on that. He seems pretty focused, so you guys can probably wander around the house if you want, or you can whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk into the living room while he's working on that.
I'm gonna go follow him. You know, crime. I worked for the family all my life, and I never. We did a lot of messed up stuff in the name of the family, but I never thought that I'd be upholding an institution that would do something so heinous. Like even we have rules, and I didn't think they'd not even bend them, but just shatter them. I mean, the last thing I ever wanted to see was that the men I loved, like brothers, doing something that's worthy. Like we whacked motherfuckers for stuff like this.
You can't blame yourself for this. This is stuff beyond your scope, things that you had no idea were going on. You can't hold yourself responsible for that.
But I absolutely, I thought, I feel like I could have. I could have moved up. I could have gotten a position of knowledge or to be in the know about stuff like this, so I could stop this.
Maybe that's why Marcellus kicked you out. Even though for him, he's in too deep. But now that his dad is gone, maybe he needs someone on the outside that can affect a change. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking. But this is your opportunity to make right all the things that you did wrong.
I think I'm at a crossroads. I think I got an ultimatrix here. I I only have two options. I really hope Marcellus doesn't make me pick the other one that I don't want to do.
Whatever you decide, your friends, even though we just kind of met,
We've spilled blood together.
your friends are here with you.
I appreciate that, big fella.
This time, the dwarf is gonna kind of like be slowly walking to the living room, be like, is this a bad time?
No. It's fine. It's fine, Jeffrey.
Um, here's a list, and it yeah, just be careful with it. This is a death note for me if you guys misplace this.
Hey, crime. Could you scan this and hold it in your internal memory so we can get rid of this paper?
Absolutely. I'm going to hold it up to my face and, nope, you know what? I got a little scanner. I'm going to feed the paper into a little slot and it's going to make the Xerox machine noises. You're going to see some lights flashing as it scans it, and then it's going to spit the paper back out. And I'm going to put it into another slot and it shreds it.
Um, so on the paper, it says that the money goes to the trams and other like public transportation and some other areas that you guys aren't super familiar with yet. It goes to the other families pretty much evenly. It There's not a super noticeable difference between them. Some are just like off by like $20-$30 or credits. And then you're gonna see that there's a decent amount at Hotel Estranged. There's a moderate amount, so less than what was at Hotel Estranged for the van. And then in Melodic, there's a place called Cream, Cream O Torium. And then there is a lot of money going to the mining corporation in Gas Springs, which I believe falls under the Daniele family.
Thank you, Jeffrey. You've been a huge help. Your secret will be safe with us. Uh, by the way, are any of your paintings for sale?
Ah, I not not really for sale. Um, just I work with money. I don't need money. I don't. Do you want one? You can have one. And he's going to give you a painting or hand like hold up a painting. He's like, I think you would enjoy this one. And uh Antonio, it looks purple. Crime, you're going to look at it and you're going to see layers deep of paint and see that there's different like variations to the purple and stuff like that. You kind of get the impression that this dwarf painted something and then decided that it was more purple than what he painted, and then he kept layering just thin layers of purple on top. And so to you can kind of picture what's underneath, but to us uh organic beings, it just looks purple. Not enough resolution in our color receptors.
Now that's a cool painting. That's a cool painting if I've ever seen one. I'll take it. Thank you, Jeffrey.
It's you know what? It's a wonderful painting, Jeffrey. You did a wonderful job.
If I remember correctly, Antonio has a stupid high passive perception.
I do. 15.
15. You're going to notice that Jeffrey has like his nerd glasses essentially have a computer built in that probably allowed him to also see the layers of this painting.
Jeffrey, what's going on with your glasses there? When you looked at the painting, I saw some sparks flying.
They it, I got him. I got him 10 years ago. The first time that I remember meeting someone from the surface or the rise or the cloud. I don't actually know where they come from. And they gave these to me to help the family maintain financial control. I believe there's a set given to the finance person for each family.
Do you have an extra set that you'd be willing to part with for an amount of credits?
This is my only set.
Would you mind if I took a look at them for a minute?
Uh, yeah.
Am I able to um, learn enough about them that I could recreate a pair at a future time?
Well, let's see. So he's going to start to take off his glasses, and from behind his ear, you see a small cable come out, and then he like grabs behind his ear and pulls out a wire that seem to have been connected to something. Um, and he's gonna hand him to you, and you can make a yeah, we'll call it a nature check. Mm, yeah, nature check to see if you can understand how they work.
Okay. I got a 16 on that.
Yeah, you essentially like right now. We're gonna say like there's a 12-hour like background process where you are building the blueprint for it, but you understand how this works.
Okay.
You
I
also
also have the
understand that
spell.
there's
I
a
have the spell identify too, if I need to cast that to get more information.
not No, I don't really think you need that. There's just one more piece. Like, you understand there's one more piece you need to look at, which is connected to Jeffrey. And so you he's gonna show it to you, and you look at it, and you understand that this is a series of needles that is going in just underneath this like hard part of right behind the ear up into his brain. This is this allows the glasses to receive information from his brain, but also allow him to control what he sees on the glasses. And yeah, that all of that information for you to be able to build it will take about 12 hours just to compile into a system so that you know the order things has to be done in and whatnot. It's all your brain, like, you're also going to look for improvements that you can make on it. Where are we what are we doing?
Jeffrey, it's safe to say we were never here. We never saw you. As a matter of fact, last time I saw you was the time I passed out drunk at the hotel and you were there on business. Cool?
Who's Jeffrey?
That Yeah, that sounds good. Antonio, if you ever need anything, let me know.
I appreciate that. And since I'm kind of excommunicado, I don't know how much help I can be, but the offer is on the table. You need something, you just hit me on my messenger. I'll even cover the credits for you for the message. Just you let me know.
And he's going to be like, "Actually, there's something." And he's going to run into the back room and come back with a little envelope, and he's going to say, uh if you're next time you're not in safe harbor, open this. And he's going to hand it to you.
I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna very very I don't know curiously just tuck it away, trust him at his word, and put it away.
Uh, uh he's going to open the door and kind of like graciously invite you guys to head out since you've said goodbye basically. Um and you guys get out onto the street. It's still about 2 in the morning equivalent, and you guys know glow will start in about 4 hours.
Let's head back to my apartment. We'll drop off this painting and there's a couple of things I want to try and build.
Sounds good to me. Ursa Red is Dean Bolter as Karg, Alexander Crutchfield as our GM, Tim Lincoln as Optimus Crime, Carter Prophet as Mr. Somebody, Dominic Waymeyer as Johnny Phelps, and myself, Chase Dixon, as Antonio Moretti. This podcast is directly supported by our Patreon and our wonderful listeners. Our Patreon subscribers get to listen to ad-free episodes and get to listen to new episodes a day early. They also get access to our Patreon's only Discord channel, bonus content from our Session Zero. They get to listen to our after show Tactical Pause, as well as the opportunity to directly shape our adventure by submitting names for NPCs and unique magical items that we will use in future episodes. You can find all that and more at patreon.com/tacticalcrits. Follow us on social media. Our Instagram is Tactical Crits. Our Twitter is @TacticalCrits. Our Reddit is r/Tactical Crits. We also have a Facebook, YouTube, and a TikTok. Our link tree with all the links is in the description. Go check it out. We want to hear what you have to say about the show. Our next episode will be coming out on April 4th. That's it for this week, everybody, and we'll see you next time.